For an aging old buffalo like that, she was actually asking for a total of 60 million dong. That's quite expensive. And then it's a bit too big of a buffalo to go to a slaughterhouse. This one is good. The price has gone up over the past few years. With a big buffalo like that, it ranges between 60 and 80 million dong a buffalo. But with all that being said, this particular kind of buffalo, I think it's not really for buying to work in the fields, but simply to be slaughtered for its meat. Now we're going to move over to the area with the cows, please. In the country of Vietnam, water buffaloes are very often used for working in the agricultural fields, but as for the cows, they are raised simply for their meat. And another part of this market is the horse section. We're going to go to the other side to see what it's like. And the horses are simply used as a means of transportation in this mountainous region. And then it's not for pulling plows like in Europe, but for us too, especially the white horses. They're also for meat. So from early in the morning, starting from 4 or 5 a.m., the market is already bustling like this. That's because people have come from very far away from almost all the villages around Bac Ha. They brought their buffaloes, their cows, their horses from far away, all the way here since yesterday. And this market will end around 10 in the morning. And then this specific kind of traditional weekly market, which is held just once a week, is always held on a bright Saturday morning. So for us, the second visit to Bac Ha starts with the buffalo market, like this. And then after that, we'll move to another place, another weekly market in this region to see other kinds of goods. And as for the buffaloes that have already been sold, for example, they've already made a mark on the buffalo's back. So they've written the buyer's name on the buffalo's back to show that this one has already been properly sold or bought. Here are the horses. For us, for white horses like this, it's a kind of... The color of the horse's skin is really very important. That's because people consider the meat of this kind of horse to be very expensive. Very tender, the horse is tender. And you can easily make medicine with this kind of white horse meat. The skin, the bones as well. We've already started early since 5 a.m. and now it's 6:20. It's already the liveliest moment of this buffalo market. And now we're going to leave this market to go to another market that's 20 kilometers from here. It's the weekly Can Cau market. It's a different kind of market. It's for merchants from all the regions all around Bac Ha who gather there to trade only once a week. So now we're going to leave Bac Ha to go to Can Cau. Please follow me. We have already arrived at the Can Cau Market. It's a weekly market. It's organized here every Saturday morning. This vibrant market typically lasts from 5 a.m. in the early morning until about noon. And then, many local people who have traveled from all the various surrounding regions and nearby districts bring all kinds of fresh local products, specifically the unique handmade products they make in their own small villages. They come here to sell them, and even now, especially the ethnic minorities, the Hmong, the Thai, the Nung from this region, not only can they come to sell their products, but they can also barter very well. For example, with a rooster, they can easily trade it for a small bag of rice. It's been like this for a very long time. And now I invite you to come visit the market to see the products from all the different groups in this region. There are all kinds of things: food, clothing, utensils, and the tools people use for work. And then there's also a part of the market where animals are sold. For example, dogs, cats, roosters, goats, things like that. You can see everything very clearly right here. Right here, these are various market stalls filled with fresh seasonal fruits. Even grapes imported from China. That's because this is a border region. China is right next door. And besides that, you have watermelons, cucumbers, eggplants. There are all kinds of exotic seasonal fruits. And then over here in this part, you'll see children's toys. Here, that's the section for rinsing girls' hair. That is to say, everyone comes here and can easily find whatever they want. There you go. Pickaxe blades, these are the tools people use for work. We make all kinds of knives. And then there's a kind of very interesting tool like this one, for example. It's a kind of machete. It's for cutting vegetables, for going into working in the fields, in the mountains, especially for that. Following that particular step, there are also small decorative metal belts traditionally used to hang around the sturdy necks of buffalo or oxen when guiding these animals deep into the dense forests. There you go. The machetes, the knives of all kinds. And here as well, it's a kind of pickaxe. You have to attach a handle here. It's for digging holes in the ground. And here it's a kind of axe for cutting rice. Like this, see? And once you have this item, there is a man who sells the parts to put inside just like this. There you go. You see, so there are all sorts of important things. Then the handle and also the laces. And besides that, you also have plastic products. That is to say, in a weekly market like this, people can really find anything. It's meant to serve people's daily lives. And even products that are well made, like incense sticks, can meet the needs of people's inner lives. And there are also Indian products here. In the countryside, there are also multicolored incense sticks. But here, the ethnic minorities, especially the Hmong, have also made incense sticks like these. They're used for burning during small festivals, ceremonies, for ancestor worship, for example. And then besides that, they also make piparo for smoking tobacco. The pipao. You put the tobacco here, you light it, and that's how you smoke it. And not only that, there are also other things. Made from woven bamboo, these are fans. All kinds of basketry. This is bamboo. This one is used for working with rice. There are plenty of little boards like this in this market. So people, for all kinds of needs, for work, for daily life, you can also easily buy clothes, blankets, and other important industrial products from China, for example. All of this here, it is used for spraying various alicandry insecticides. And this too, industrial products, electric fans, and kitchen pressure cookers. Warm blankets, and durable plastic mats. And over there you have pots made of aluminum. And then over here, rubber boots, also plastic ones. These are for going to work in the factories. There you go, even snacks as well. This is bread, nutritious animal feed. Various displays of summer sandals. There you have it, like that. I assure you it's not expensive at all. It's about 10,000 dong. You can work at young people's places and lose your sandals like that. For children, for adults, a bit of everything. Right here, you can purchase various types of local tobacco. It is also cultivated right here, within this very region. And it is specifically intended for smoking with a completely different style of traditional pipe. The water pipe, like this. You have to put water inside, then the tobacco goes here, you light it, and then after that you suck like this, you inhale. And then the thick white smoke will slowly and carefully pass all the way through the cool, bubbling water. There you go, it works just like that. The most interesting part of this market is the area with the food vendors. So, follow me to see what it's like. In addition to those items, you also have locally sourced regional products, or rather, specialized forest products. You also have a wide and diverse variety of tubers and seeds used as traditional herbal medicinal remedies. And that's because, especially among the minority groups, they have always had really important recipes to cure common illnesses in their daily lives. with all sorts of medicinal plant fibers like these. There you go. And here you also have all kinds of medicinal plants. These here are for common illnesses, for example, abdominal pain, back pain, headaches, diarrhea, fever. There are all sorts of things like that, and only they know how to use all these different kinds of plants. But as I was telling you earlier, the most interesting part is the part with the food vendors. All right, follow me. And first of all, this is sticky rice in 5 different colors. The rice was colored with plants, of course, plants, flowers, and so on. For this. And then it's really good. It's very tasty. It's sticky rice that you can easily buy to eat. There you go. And here as well. There you go. It's just like in the countryside. In this area, people keep walking alongside the cars. Only once a week. That's why they really take advantage of this moment to enjoy the dishes sold here, especially the grilled food with all kinds of different dishes. So, what's the custom? It's to come and eat with the family, and then the son can also come along. With the whole family, the husband, the wife, and the children. So the husband stays there to eat, to drink until he's drunk, and then after that, the wife, they do the shopping at the market, and then at the end of the market day, they can just go back home. In the past, it was with a horse, but now it's with a motorcycle. But the husband, who was already drunk, that's why sometimes he stops by the side of the road to sleep. And then after that, well, maybe he gets home when night has already fallen. So this whole part, it's the breathing space, it's important, and everyone tries to really make the most of this moment. It's truly a very, how to say, happy moment for them. Look, here, dishes like these. This traditional recipe calls for a hearty combination of tender pig's feet, succulent pieces of fresh chicken, and carefully prepared pig's tripe to create a rich and flavorful dish. It's all really delicious. So now, I'll let you explore the market on your own. And then afterwards, I'll follow you and I can easily answer all kinds of questions you might have, please. It's often corn alcohol. There's a whole big display like this from here all the way to the end of this row. And as you come along here, you can easily taste from each vendor like this. And from the beginning to the end, you could easily end up drunk, intoxicated right afterwards. But that's because corn alcohol like this, freshly distilled, it's very, how can I put it? It's really very strong. Very strong. I just tasted a little drop, but I can't handle all of that. There you go, that's how it is. This area here is where they sell clothes, but especially traditional fabrics from the Parisian ethnic groups. For example, here, this is a kind of headdress, It's square, multicolored like this, and as you can see, there are always very, very bright colors like this. There you go. And then you can easily make a kind of headdress like this here. It's really interesting. And besides that, you also have all kinds of bags. They're decorated with traditional patterns, mostly Hmong designs. The Hmong in this region, well, they always use wool threads like this. It's to make their traditional fabrics. And then besides that, not only the Hmong, but also other ethnic groups. There you go, clothes like this. They're often made of velvet in black color. And with that, you have all kinds of dresses for girls. And on this side, as you can see, these are skirts, mostly from the Hmong ethnic group in this region. What are you doing? I'm making motiamengui. Motiamengui, you can see it in the fabric. Bidong, there you go. It's really very pretty. If you put a circle, it can easily give you a multicolored circle. It's like the rays of the sun. And all of this is traditional attire. That's what you can clearly see. There, look, the two ladies, they're wearing traditional outfits like this. It's really very pretty. They came from very far away, from villages lost deep in the mountains. And then, to come to the market, they had to start out at about 3 a.m. so they could walk here. And besides that, you also have all kinds of cosmetic products coming from China and from Vietnam as well, of course. It's because this is a mountainous border region. That's why there are all sorts of things that could come from China too. This is the section for exotic seasonal fruits. There are all kinds of local fruits here. Watermelons, dragon fruits, cucumbers, mangoes, guavas, longans, oranges. And above all else, this current season is the peak of the plum season. Plums are quite sour, but you can make all sorts of things with them. You can eat them right away, or massage them with sugar, and they'll turn into a kind of fruit liqueur. That's right, these are plums. There you go. And another type of mango. Another kind of mango. These are mangoes from India. It's an Indian variety. It's not as fragrant as Vietnamese mango, but it's really very sweet and very good. Besides that, we also have eggplants, chili peppers, and zucchinis. There are plenty of things in this market. That's how it is. The everyday market is for daily life. And there you have it. That's how it is. The Can Cau market. So you've already made some interesting little discoveries in this market. And now we're going to head back to Bac Ha. From here until the end of the day, we still have many more truly interesting discoveries ahead of us.